Alright guys, what's up? Thanks for tuning into today's video. I just finished running, as you guys can tell. I've been kind of training for this half marathon. I don't know if I'm gonna do it. Honestly, I've just been running because of the cardio sport that I do. I injured my shoulder, so I can't really do it. I do boxing and Muay Thai on the side, and I really can't do any combat sports right now, and so I just kind of been running and conditioning. But yeah, today's video, we'll be preparing the A90 Supra for its first road trip. So actually, a couple of buddies and myself are going 8 hours away from where we are to one of the more fun driving roads in America. I'm not going to spoil where it is yet, but we're going to be preparing the car for that road trip, meaning I got a new air intake harness bar and adjusting the wheel alignment for the car to get it prepped for the road trip. So today will be part one on getting everything ready, at least mechanical wise, for this road trip. It's going to be my first time actually taking the Supra on this long of a drive. I think the farthest I've driven it is like 2 hours away. I think the farthest I've driven in general for a road trip is like 4 hours away when I was the primary driver. And so this is the first time me ever doing something like this that's 8 hours away. And so it'll be a pretty good time. And so that's kind of like today's video. I'm like super tired right now and I gotta run back. So yeah, we're gonna get started and you guys are gonna come with me. All right, let's do this. Don't forget to like and subscribe. What is up guys, how's it going? Right now, this is like future me kind of coming at you. Right now, we're going to get the Supra PPF'd for our road trip. Sorry, I'm trying to do a lot of things right now. I was work from home today, so some of my meetings went over, but yeah, we're right now driving to one of our buddies near the area, driving the car off to get the Supra front PPF'd, essentially wrapping the whole front or the hood and bumper to make sure that when we're on this road trip, no rocks, destroy the front of my car, because my car is lowered and also it is just a rock magnet sometimes depending on where I drive. So that's kind of the plan right now. We're driving over there, dropping off the car. I think the whole process is going to take around like a day. So I'm pretty sure I can pick up the car tomorrow at the end of the day. And then once we pick up the car, we're going to do some other stuff that I have planned for the Supra. So this is future me checking in. All right.
This is the worst hood in existence.
So Kevin's the owner of Glossworks Chicago, and he's going to PPF the Supra, at least the front. But he was saying that this car, the dimensions, especially the front, is really difficult to PPF. Would you say so? Would you compare it to this guy?
This is a cakewalk compared to these.
Really?
I'll do 4 of these in the amount of time it's going to take me to do this one.
That's crazy. My gosh. Well, the proportions are kind of the same though, right? Like long front nose.
So this is
Long front nose.
probably slimmer in the nose.
Yeah.
So it's not as wide, but you have all these complications.
Ah.
Especially this out dent with the sensor right here. It's going to be a fun one, that's for sure.
Nice. Well,
Now we're doing the front lip too. So.
thanks for that. It's crazy because he has a 3RS and an ST just hanging out. Are these the same owners? No, right?
No, it's separate.
Can you imagine? Wow. Wow, look at that, a GTR. So cool, man. This is SDR's new R33 GTR in black that they got from Japan not too long ago. Clarence, the driver, also their detailer, is bringing this car back to life. Right, Clarence? Is that what you're doing?
Yeah.
Exactly.
This car was great.
You're gonna buy this car, right?
Yeah.
Well, once this car is ready for sale, once it's all paint corrected and detailed, then it'll be listed for sale. They also got, while we're here at least, at SDR, this very nice Honda Civic Si USDM. It's pretty nice. It's like really 90s days. I remember so many like people in high school would drive not the SI version, just a regular Civic version. But that's pretty sick. Obviously we have a lot of Evos, Stagia, GTST 34. I think that's a 3000, and then we have a Pajero, this is a customer's car, but all very nice cars. But yeah, so since I dropped off the car at Kevin's at Glossworks, I'm now kind of stranded. So one of these guys is gonna drop me off home, and then that's when we can get to work on the other stuff for the Supra in terms of the road trip. Also, they have one of these. That's kind of cool. What is up, guys? It is day 2. We are picking up the car from Glossworks, Kevin's shop, from getting it PPF'd. I mean, you guys heard Kevin. It is very difficult to PPF the Supra just because of the proportions of the front end and the amount of material needed from XPEL. So we're gonna pick up the car. He's gonna give us a walkthrough of everything he did, kind of the struggles that he went through, stuff like that. And then we're gonna get started on some of the other maintenance things before the road trip. So that's kind of the plan for today. For those of you guys that are, again, just tuning in right now, we like to skip through the video because I know you guys like to skip through the video. We are prepping the car for a road trip that's happening at the end of August. By the time you guys are watching this, I'll already be on the trip. So yeah, that's it. That's the plan for today. I'm gonna get this video out for y'all. And so I'm gonna be good and ready for the trip. So yeah, right, Joey?
Yep.
Yeah, right. All right.
No suit.
Oh, no, nothing. It's not recording right now. I just
Oh,
changed the setting. Yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. I was just gonna say, like, even most guys know to, like, properly maintain and groom their more pubic areas.
Their ball sack.
You're recording.
Joey likes to brush his hair. If you guys don't know.
Correction. Not true.
Guys, I am so tired. We just woke up, and Joey's being a good guy here. He is picking me up from my place and dropping me off at Kevin's shop, which is 30 minutes away. Obviously, I don't have a car to get there, and if I did have a car, how am I going to bring the other car back home? So Joey's being a really good guy. I'm just messing with him in the morning. We're at the shop, and unfortunately, I mean, the car is basically done, but it seems like the XPEL material that is provided, it's just, would you say it's like a defect? Would you just say it's just not good quality?
The roll is either a defect or the entire new material is just junk.
Okay. Well, the car is basically done. I'm gonna take it to the road trip, and then after that, Kevin said we're gonna bring it back into the shop and readdress it again based on new material, new roll. And so Kevin will definitely set you up right at Glossworks Chicago, especially if there's like a problem or anything, he's got you. But PPF is basically done. Nice. I never hear my exhaust because I'm always the one driving. So let's see. Pretty good. It still needs a catted downpipe to make it a little bit more, I don't know. I wouldn't say raspy, but just like full. Right now I can definitely hear that it's being restricted. I know the MagnaFlow exhaust I have, one of the baffles are covered, but just needs that downpipe to make it a little bit more like, yeah, full is the best word. It still looks so good. The proportions on this car are crazy. Wow. What up, what up? Okay, so we're back in the garage, and now we're gonna do some spark plugs. So basically, the spark plugs that I bought were these guys, laser, Iridium, NGK spark plugs. I got the one with the serial number of 94201. They sell two variations of these. I think I'll throw it up here, but they sell two variations of these spark plugs. From what I read online, you can get either or. It doesn't really matter. It's not really going to change the performance of this car too much. But I bought these guys, and along with this, a gap tool, the wrench that you use to get the spark plug out, as well as a measurement tool to measure your gap. So everything in total was around like, I think it was around like 160 or like 125, somewhere around that range. And I bought this all at Burger Motorsports. They sell like a combo deal where you can get a pair of 6 spark plugs and all the stuff you need to swap the spark plugs on the Supra. So that's a pretty cost efficient way, and you get all this stuff. So that's what kind of I recommend. So we're gonna get this stuff going. I'm gonna take off the hood of the engine cover and just, yeah, start working on spark plugs. So when it comes to spark plugs on the Supra, first thing you want to do is take off these clips. So I just got a little flathead, and when I mean these clips, I mean these guys right here. Trying to focus. Yeah, those guys. So I just got a little flathead and just put it in there and just pop it up, and then it would essentially undo. And so you gotta take off these clips. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is back underneath that shield. Yeah, underneath this guy right here. That's where 6 is. Good thing about B58s, right? It's an inline 6, so all of your spark plugs, easy access. So take off these clips first, and then you also take off these guys as well. And I'm pretty sure that's the first step when you swap your spark plugs out. You also have to take off these bolts because these are the coil packs. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take those guys off as well. Man, this engine is pretty hot. It's crazy because I let it sit for an hour and it's still hot. Did this clip really just pop out like that? It is hot. Every time I work on the car, I always pick the days where it's so freaking hot out, but whatever. I want to show you guys how all these guys are out. So all of your 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I didn't get that one yet. 6 is back there. So those tabs are out, and then for these guys are out too. Just a little quick strategy for these guys. I saw online that if you just press down on this gray tab, so you gotta press down and then pull, it works a lot better than just trying to like yank it out. So make sure to press down on the gray tab and then pull out, just to make it easier. But yeah, so all the tabs are out, all the plugs are out. Now we're gonna loosen that guy up to actually take out these coil packs. All right, I lied. There's actually one more tab or 2 more tabs you have to take out. So for these guys, right, these O2 sensors, they're harnessed in right here with these little rivets. So all you have to do is, see this guy right here, this tab section, you just have to push it to the side and then slide it out. So it's gonna be like this. You go underneath, you push the little tab to the side, and then you slide it out, and it will actually give it will give pretty easily. So I don't think you guys should have any trouble taking these O2 sensors out. But now, since all of the plugs and everything is done, now we can actually get to unscrewing these coil packs and start swapping out these spark plugs. Just for good organization and understanding where each of your coil packs are when you pull them out, I also decided to add some tape and name them as well, or number them. So that's 1, that's 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. So it's just a good way to organize which coil packs you popped off and which spark plug is going to each one. I mean, theoretically, it shouldn't matter. I don't think so, but I think it's just good organization just to have it. I don't know. Comment down below if you guys think it actually matters which spark plug goes into which coil pack and how they get seated back into the car. Because I don't think it completely matters, but whatever. Okay, now I think we're at a good point. We can actually just pop off the coil pack, assuming these are all loosened or loose. This car is still hot. Ow! Okay. There we go. And the coil pack's off. So this is one, and then we're gonna do them to all of these guys. Wow, it's actually really hot, this coil pack. That's kind of crazy. Oh, this one burns. All right, so now we're gonna get the 14 millimeter. This one actually, if you can look inside, has a built-in magnet. So you guys probably don't need a magnetized, like, you know, long magnet to grab it just in case it falls out, because this one is already magnetized. We're gonna get the first spark plug out and continue. Loosey, righty tighty. Ah. It's not latching. Hold on, give me a second. I gotta figure something out. Yes, sir. Our first Sparky boy is out. Honestly, it's not that bad. It really isn't. I could have gone longer. But this guy, oh, it's hot. This guy is done. We have it out. Swap it over to the NGKs, and then put the sucker back in. So we have to do this to all 6. Again, good thing about the B58 is that all the spark plugs are literally boom, 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 boom down the middle, compared to like a not a 4-cylinder, a V6 or a, I'm not sure how a Boxer engine works. Boxer, like the Subis. I don't know how the EJs work. I just know that the B58s and inline 6s are very convenient when it comes to this orientation for spark plugs. So we're gonna get the rest, and then we're gonna swap them out. I also wanted to give you guys some reference to show you the old spark plugs, which honestly, they're not that bad, except for this guy. I don't know why this guy is so dark. This guy right here. Anyways, that guy is really well worn. So this is 1 through 6. They're not that bad. And then these are the new NGK spark plugs, which I have to test if the gap is at 0.3. If it is, these are just going straight back into their respective holes. If they're not, we have to use this guy, gap it, and then measure the gap with this guy. A quick Google search on these guys. Again, these are the NGK 94201, and the gap set on here, factory preset is at 0.03. Sorry, I said 0.3 earlier, but factory is at 0.03, which is where we want to be for factory use. Obviously here it says 0.022 for tuned applications. It says in the description, they suggest 0.28, but honestly, there should not be any reason you should deviate from 0.03 if you are OEM, at least from my understanding of what they're saying in the Supra forums. So factory gap works straight out of the box, NGK, and we're just gonna grab the spark plugs and throw them back into their respective holes. I don't know what they call it. Are they called holes, or are they called like sockets? Whatever. Let's give it a test. All right, guys, how's it going? So I'm in the daily. Essentially, we wrapped up doing the spark plugs on the Supra, and now we are just basically ready to go for the trip. I want to kind of clarify some stuff that I said in the video. One thing I said is that we're gonna do a air filter or an air intake, and we didn't get to do it because I started doing the video and I started working on it until I realized that the filter doesn't clear the OEM front struts. So I decided, screw it, I'm not gonna add it. The only way around it is for me to buy aftermarket front struts like Blitz, Cusco, which I will in the future, because my Cusco harness bar that I bought, I didn't install that either. And the reason why is because I didn't see the point of doing it before for this road trip, because I'm not gonna get aftermarket seats right away. So two things are gonna happen after this road trip. One, install the air filter, and then two, add the Cusco bits as well. So that's gonna happen after the trip. By the time you guys are seeing this video, I'm most likely already gonna be on the trip or have already done stuff in advance to prep, and I'm already driving out there. So this is really episode 1 of prepping for that trip. Again, it's a really exciting time. I haven't made a video like this before where, you know, I go on a road trip, especially in the Supra. It's gonna be the first one. And so it should be a really fun time. I know I have been sucking on making videos lately. I mean, the last video I made was like a month ago. So I'm trying to make it up to you guys by creating a longer story and a longer narrative, especially for this trip. Really excited. It's gonna be fun. We're gonna have a great time, and I can't wait to show you guys what the experience is like. And then lastly, don't forget to like and subscribe. We have another part that came not too long ago, straight from Japan, straight from Osaka, and I'm super pumped to install that part. And so we have a lot of stuff right now getting ready. I have a lot of videos getting ready to backlog to share with y'all. So don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you guys in the next one. Drive safe. See ya.